Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Borderlands 3. In today's video, we are going to try to farm and show off an item by the name of the lead sprinkler. It comes off of a boss or a mini boss. I'm not too sure what he's classified as. I'm not too sure where he is. I think it's this way. Hey, this is it. Comes off a boss by the name of Billy the Anointed, and this guy doesn't have any armor or shields or anything like that to speak of. So by coming in here with a fire siren build, I'm able to eat through his defenses pretty fast. This is my third time killing him, and as far as I can tell, the only downside to this is just like some of the other bosses that we've gone after, there's no nearby ammo deposits. So just a couple times of farming this guy, and I'm already hurting. I haven't seen too many abilities from him. He does have some homing fire stuff right there. I believe you could shoot this out of the sky. Yeah. He also has that shockwave that he keeps throwing out. You could simply jump over that. But all in all, not a very difficult fight at all, even though I'm completely out of SMG ammo. Is he gonna drop the gun? Not this time, but we will farm him again. Is there any vending machines around here? Oh, it turns out when you restart the game, all you gotta do is turn around and you're right here. Now, as with all of these bosses that we've been showcasing that are part of the main storyline, in order to redo their content, all you have to do is finish their quest and then turn it in. And then you are going to be able to come back to this zone and fight this guy as many times as you want to. After you kill Billy, just restart the game and you'll show up exactly where I just started, and you'll be able to do this again. I don't think I took a single point of damage that time. Give it here, Billy. Yeah, this is where you spawn, and then all you have to do is walk forward. That's actually one of the easiest boss farms we've done so far, except for the fact that there's no ammo nearby. Come on, Billy. Billy, you went through the wall, Billy. Welcome back, bud. Man, that's a lot of status effects on him. He's such a big target and so easy to hit that nearly everything is ricocheting. Like, just bouncing off the wall and back into him because there's nobody else in the room. Come on, Billy, give me the weapon. Did I ever explain where we are? We're on Eden 6. This is the Jacobs estate, and it's all the way at the top in the house. This is the last area here. Bit of a pain in the ass to get up here. I believe this path right here, you're waiting on an elevator. It was slow. Sorry I didn't say that at the beginning. I don't know, maybe I did. Maybe I'll take that out in editing. Who knows? There it is, Billy! The dastardly lead sprinkler, a Jacobs gun. This has 701 damage per shot. Wow. With a 66% accuracy, 57% handling, reload time of 3.1 seconds, fire rate of 6.93 per second, and a magazine size of 20. The red text says, splish splash, and it has a negative 17% critical hit damage and a 3x3 zoom. So back to Jacobs not having any elemental effects. That's honestly the way that I like it. I did take the liberty of farming another one of these. It looks like they have the same scope. Mine might be a little bit bigger, but the one on the ground deals more damage and has a higher accuracy, where the one in my hand has better weapon handling, but not by much. And what is that? Fire rate, an increased fire rate. I think I'd prefer the one on the ground. Oh yeah, smaller scope as well. I think I like that more. So fires one shot at a time. We're almost completely out of ammo, so I'm just gonna teleport somewhere and then we can figure this one out. So I've actually never used this gun, just for the record. I do have two of them. The first one I got right before we started recording. Dropped on the first kill. Then it took me like 12 minutes of farming to get another one. I have pretty fast boss kill speeds for this particular guy. He's pretty susceptible to fire damage, which is like the main thing that I do. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad at all. I farmed the brain guy. I don't remember his name right now. I farmed him for like an hour and a half today, just to get one drop of the gun, much less two. We're back over at our Holy Broadcast Center. I like this place, and it's a pretty easy area just to shoot some stuff in a low-pressure environment. Remember, we're only playing on Mayhem 1 in these, and it's not like Mayhem 1 is very difficult, but this is a good place to kind of get a feel for how your weapon actually performs. So I don't know what this one is actually supposed to do, so we're going to have to try to figure that out. The description is Splish Splash, the dastardly lead sprinkler. First sell it here. I like the scope. Oh! They drop bombs?
That one needed more training.
They drop bombs after every fucking shot! They drop bombs at... Hold on. Is it critical shots or is it any... Hold on. Let's lift this guy up. I don't know who it lifted, but it wasn't him. Let's back up for a second. Hey, bud.
Just stop.
Is this every shot? Ah! Whoa! So it is a semi-automatic gun. The scope on it seems pretty good, though. I actually like the scope quite a lot. It doesn't interfere too much. As you could see before, though, there is a difference between scopes. So if you don't like being this far zoomed out, you could farm another version of this gun that has more intensive magnification. So I'm able to apply a burning elemental effect, even though the Jacobs doesn't normally have one, because we're a siren. So not only are we getting fire elemental damage because of our current talent build setup, we're also getting splash damage that we're already spec'd into, assuming that the grenades it shoots off actually apply splash damage. It's also really difficult to gauge how much damage those little explosions are doing. 1,492 for a shot. Oh, that was insightful, actually. We ignited it. I guess I'll wait. Still on fire. God, this elemental build does so much damage. Okay, it's over. So one shot. It looks like the second explosion does about the same damage as the first hit. So it's like you're doubling your damage of the first bullet. I don't know if that's exactly right. We'll be able to slow that down and look at the numbers a little bit more in post. But that really doesn't seem that bad. And of course, the more the enemies are grouped up, the more damage we're going to be doing, because it's going to be spreading that explosion damage and the fire damage to everyone else in the area. Are the explosion positions based? Yeah, they're based on the enemy position, not my position. As I rotate around this guy, the grenades are falling in the same place, even though my orientation was changing. It's all about the way that the enemy you're fighting is positioned. That's interesting, I guess. I think it would be really interesting to see how this gun interacts on a Moze, or any kind of player that increases their splash damage radius. I know that's the blue build for Moze. Because if you can increase the radius of this to cover even wider of an area, that could just be actually ridiculous. I think that could be really good. Unlike a normal Jacobs, it doesn't appear that critical hits spread ricochets. It doesn't seem like it, but I could be wrong about that.
Always useful.
I mean, 2 shots to kill that guy. That feels like a Jacobs, you know what I mean? Let's see how it does on my favorite boss to test shit on. The Grave Ward. He has gigantic critical hit spots. I mostly wanted to see if the splash damage could proc twice on him, because it would be hitting his body again. Kind of hard to see if that's actually working. The bullets do have drop, or maybe he was just moving further away, and they do have some travel time associated with them as well. Oh yeah, they're all just falling down. None of those were actually proccing against the boss itself. Maybe if I positioned them a little bit to the side, it could have worked a little bit more. Yeah, right there in the side of the hand. Maybe when I shot the orb there, it bounced into his arm and did some damage as well. Certainly not the most impressive boss damage I've ever done.
Ready to
This definitely seems like it would do really well in a clearing trash environment. Like, I could see this being really useful in proving grounds. But certainly not something that, at least for Amara, that I would use on bosses. At least not with this build. There you have it, guys. That's our look at the Dastardly Lead Sprinkler. Not a bad gun at all. Definitely better for clearing out trash, and then you swap out to some elemental weapon, at least in my case for the Siren, some kind of elemental weapon to actually focus the boss down with. But I really like it. I could actually see me using this. I'm really curious how this gun performs on characters like Flak and characters like Mose, who can increase their splash damage. So if you're using this gun on any of those characters, or you want to try it out and get back to me, the comment section's a great place to do that. I'll be sure to read them. I'm actually really interested in this gun. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to continue down the list of bosses to see where we land next with unique legendaries. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. And I'll see you again very soon.